This is the only scheduled thing in my life currently. My name is Ken Tizzard. I am here to play some songs for you, help you get through another Wednesday. And I don't have sort of a planned evening for you all tonight. I've got some cool stuff coming up. We're all in a bad place. And your true friends, they will be there for you forever and for always. And you can ask me forever for anything, my friend. Is there anybody out there? I appreciate those of you who aren't out mowing the lawn. At the park, I hope you got out early to claim your park circle. I don't know if that's going to be a thing. I know when I've been on resorts, like people go out in the morning and they lay their beach stuff on the chairs, and I have no idea what I'm talking about anymore, but I'm really happy to have my girls home. And I just think this is a really interesting time for stuff like that. And if you can find any silver linings, please embrace them and let people know about them, because we all need to know some good things from time to time. We're going to do a song now that we have never done, but my Aunt Betty wants me to play it. My Aunt Betty's been asking me to play this, and I'll dedicate it to my Uncle Boyd. Boyd liked cards. Boyd liked whiskey. And I don't have the jack or the ace, but I got on my good poker face. It's kind of most of my day. Bed, chair, coffee, chair, bed. Back and forth. Day and night now. It's a new adaptive cycle that I'm working on. Instead of a 24-hour day, it's the 3-hour mini day, and there are 8 of them in a day, plus 1 hour of free time, which isn't part of the day. So it's a 3-hour day, which comprises waking up, eating something. But it was just kind of like, I was 14 years old in Newfoundland. It was like skateboarding and masturbation. That was it. And, if somebody was going to pay me for either, it probably would have been my career. But am I right behind? Our banner. I've been waiting all my life for a sign, and today I got one. It's a sign. I like to get more stoned than I was before. To be honest, it's an uphill battle. Depression and the drugs the doctor gives me ain't so tight. There's sometimes I feel like my skin is crawling, and other times bad TV can be alright. I used to be so lucky, not lucky no more. I used to be so rich in love, now I'm not even dirt poor. The time doesn't take a genius to see that she's a girl. It doesn't take a genius to rule a broken world. It doesn't take a genius to ignore the facts all of the time. I like to get high. That can't be right. I can bear it for a while, then sometimes it takes away a part of me that's real, and other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high. Picture perfect daddy's girl, you couldn't do no wrong. He came up beside you, so you played along on your mind. Many miles apart, trying to make a brand new start. It's not been easy, but I'm still doing. Whatever happened, today's been so long. How do let me hold you close and feel the beating of your heart. Just one last kiss on it. I don't want to know about your new sensation. I don't want to reconnect my old relations. I don't get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned. I like to get stoneder. I like to get more stoned than I was before. He dies out on that highway and you check to find him cold. You can pull the old truck over, roll him off beside the road. 'Cause another lonesome sunrise just ahead, shadows across the bed, and his clothes are on the floor, and he's here in this town mine. The Jetsons had that whole sort of FaceTime thing. Everybody's got that now.
Yeah. Where's the flying cars?
I know. Meet George Jetson, his wife, Nana. What was her name?
Nana.
No, what was her name? His
no
wife.
idea.
It's done. And I've started saying, instead of, well, that's done, I've started doing this clickety-click Barbara trick. And I've been doing it for a couple months now, and my wife just recently, inevitably will become friendly enough that you'll buy one of my records, I like to think, where you'll listen to the music on your favorite streaming platform, and every million times you listen to it, I'll get a half a penny. And that will help me with my penny jar, which is currently very small. That's all that I'll say about digital technology in the new world. I do think it's fascinating that I can sit in almost the exact same spot where Cassidy was birthed, like right here. This is where our bed used to be. Cassidy was birthed right here. And I'm sitting here with my friends and we're playing music and it's going out and turning into air. And then somehow there's all these people, and every now and again I see some people send me pictures of them sitting down watching this on their TV, with their legs out on their table having a drink. And it's like, that's totally wild. It went through the air and became that. Like it's well. Hope you're doing well. I look forward to the night that we share a plate of nachos again, and we can both be coughing on it while reaching in with our grubby hands with sherry over our shoulders, reaching in for some, and Mr. Grant having his fingers in it, and Ray going in for the really cheesy bit at the bottom.
That is like heaven, isn't it?
It is. It's sort of, that sort of 1 a.m. at the pub, everybody's drunk and you order nachos and nobody asks. It's just like it arrives in front of you and there's 10 hands, like they're served with hands in it. And it's just like, oh, cool. And then you always see somebody, and it's never yourself if you're the buyer, you always see somebody get the magic lottery nacho. That one nacho that ties together the perfect amount of other chips and cheese and whatever bits. Being all alone here on a Sunday night. It's almost New Year's Eve. I don't know if it's Sunday or not, is it? Is it Sunday, Caitlin? No?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, right. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Sorry, yeah, it is Whiskey Wednesday. I remember one day at Clark's house, the two of them tackled me and wrestled me to the floor, and Clark held me still while Mike poured a bottle of Tabasco sauce into my mouth. Oh, those were the days. God, I think they might have been bullying me. That's quite possible. Yeah, my daughter's looking at me making a disgusted face. In Newfoundland, growing up, Hostess used to try out their new flavors. So I remember one summer we got orange, grape, and lime. I think it was lime, flavored chips. And but not everybody had that experience. These are my girls. We've got, to my left, your right, Caitlin. Caitlin is, I'm not going to give you a whole profile, am I? Caitlin is 18 years old and enjoys reading and walking. Oh yeah, you're 20, right. I keep forgetting that. Oh God, it's so weird having kids that are grown up. This is Cassidy, she's 12. And she likes My Little Pony. There's the earliness of shopping. That is an issue with my 20-year-old daughter.
Nobody's watching, so you
I know.
me.
She wakes up at 4 in the afternoon. Actually, no, she comes downstairs at 4 in the afternoon. I have no idea. And my daughters are both here tonight. Cassidy is home in the studio with us again. They're both kind of sunburnt and tired because they're teenagers and they sleep most of the day. When they are up, they go outside in the sun. and then they come back inside and they live their own little lives in this house that we live in, and sometimes I don't see them for a while, and I have to ask my wife, have you seen such and such?
I wanna taste hers, yeah, 'cause they taste like you. I wanna drown.
Speaking of challenges, my daughter started writing songs recently, and that can be a really challenging process. And we're going to get back to her song now because she's been sitting here for so many minutes while I'm rambling.
My paradise is where I go to help me feel alive. I can't do this on my own. I just need advice. Some have drink awake, writing a song. If I get it all down on paper, it's no longer inside. Threatening the life it belongs to.
I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. These nights get so long, the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired. I'm not all that strong.
From past days, door is open, and I feel I'm naked in front of the crowd, 'cause these words are my diary screaming out loud, and I know that you'll use them however you want to. 'Cause you can't jump the tracks, we're like cars on a cable, and life's like an storms are raging on the road at sea and on the highway overground.
What happened to the door? What happened to the door over there? Did it just slam for some reason?
No.
Let's take it from the... So I want to thank Mr. Grant, Mr. Dagg, Mr. Lucy for coming out, and my daughters for helping out, and Stanley for sleeping at my feet. We're going to end the Wednesday night here now with traditional Whiskey Wednesday ending tune. Anyways, folks, until next week, stay well, stay clean, be friendly, take showers, do what you need to do to feel good. Love you all. Cheers. We're good. So as long as everybody's locked up on Wednesdays, I'm going to be here doing this for you, and I'm going to turn it into something afterwards, which will still be a weekly thing. It's going to be really cool.
I got you.
This is our very first Whiskey Wednesday. What are you at? We have Jeremy Berger, product specialist for Yorkville Sound, here with us. Jeremy, we've been friends for I guess we're going on about 15, 20 years now, right?
It's been a little while. I've been at Yorkville coming up on 14, so probably 14 years since I started. Yeah.
Yeah, I get like when you started in, there was a big shift for a lot of bands that I knew moving over to Trainer products. What do you love about being on the road with the Watchmen that kept you coming back with us for 30 years?
I love the music. I love the guys. I've been part of a family for like 30 years.
That's exactly what it is. And you've brought in, like on the tech side of things, a lot of the people that have come on the road with us, like Lloyd and Klaus, they were people that you brought in as your friends.
Yeah, they were people I brought in. Yeah, being tour manager, I was responsible for that.
And now in my what used to be my grandmother's very quaint little private writing room with all of her prized possessions in it is now where I build guitars. So I have my workshop. My workshop is in the house, and I'm not sure how, she would be happy that the house is being used, but I don't know how happy she would be that I'm doing it in what used to be her living room.
Right. Well,
Happy Whiskey Wednesday, folks. I just learned this song. Kiss me goodnight and say my prayers. Leave the light on at the top of the stairs. Tell me the names of the stars up in the sky. Treetops on the window pane. That feeling smothers me again. Daddy, is it true that we all have to die?
Good. I wrote a book during the pandemic. You and I reconnected during the pandemic because when I was writing the book, I called a lot of people that I was hanging out with in high school and in those early years of doing comedy and music. And you and I were both part of a scene. So we really reconnected during that time, and I reconnected with a bunch of people. So that's what I'm at. What are you at?
Well, you've always been the most incredible businessman. I mean, like the Watchmen, for those of you who don't know, the Watchmen existed for a long time as a pretty major business, even though me and Danny and Sammy had really no idea what was going on. And I remember, like, on so many levels, you would try to explain to us, everything from like the pie of publishing through to, the pipe and how, money comes down and converts. And you were always so good at building the business. I mean, as a songwriter and a musician, you were always, top notch. That was. But on the side, your massive skill was this building a business.
Yeah.
And now, how many employees you got working at Paper?
I think around 32. Yeah.
How many? Just one building?
We have a Vancouver.
You have Vancouver also?
Yes. And
Toronto.
we had 2 locations in Toronto, but an opportunity came over to consolidate it. So we closed our East End location, and now we're all in the West End in Spadina, Adelaide. We have 5 studios there. Yeah.
And you're in control of the entire business. You know every detail of it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And we still get to play music, which is always great.
Yes, of course.
And you've got 5 kids, including the label.
That's the 5th kid. Yeah.
The label being Joey also owns a record label called Fifth Kid Records.
Yeah, I think there's it's funny because when we did Love Junk and then we went out and when we did the shows we played it top to bottom. It's kind of a thing I remember as we were playing the songs I'm thinking like trying to connect with them, connect back to them, and it's funny because like a song like I'm an Adult Now where she's so young, those songs almost resonate more with me now than they did when I originally wrote them. And then there's other songs and it's like, wow, that's weird. Like, I don't really even know who that guy was that wrote that song. Like, that's so different from the person I am now. But yeah.
Very clearly, do I continue to be sort of a drummer, a jobbing drummer, and find a band or find studio work and what have you? And I made the conscious decision to follow a bit of a different path, and that ended up being sales positions with different media publications, which I did for a number of years. So I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but from the time that I decided to sort of take that left turn to get sort of quote unquote a real job, I've been in various sales positions now. As of about 10 or 11 years ago, I got my real estate license, and because I figured if I'm going to sell something, I may as well sell the biggest thing that somebody owns. And I've got lots of interests. Music is sort of the top of the list, as we both know. It's when you have the passion that we have. I know you're the same. It never goes away. It gets deeper and more a part of who you are.
Welcome to the show, Daryl Hurst. Daryl Hurst is a gentleman who I met years ago, and I need to put a piece of paper up because he's the owner and managing director of so many things. I couldn't remember the list, but I mean, currently you're the managing director of Downtown Canada, and you're the owner and operator of Indie Week, Indie 101, Music Pro Summit, Screen to Screen. You also teach at Harris. You work for CD Baby. It's like these things keep you busy all year round, I imagine. For those of you who don't know, Daryl is in the business of bringing musicians and the industry together in conference form and in other forms as well. Daryl's involved in everything from publishing questions to how do you release singles using CD Baby and other things. So Daryl, on a busy day like today, you just got back from the ECMAs and you're just gearing up for the Indie 101 conference, which starts next week, I believe, right?
That's right. Yeah, Monday.
So fill me in. What's been going on, brother?
All the stuff you just talked about and more. If anyone's attended any of our talks recently, I talk about trying to be planned out 12 months in advance. So while all of that is happening in the background, we're planning the next 12 months. And that includes partnerships with festivals in Brazil, Peru, and we're looking at other markets for the first half of next year.
Child, hey, she's 4.5. She's pushing. She'll be in a couple of weeks. She'll be 5 months old. And I am Andrew Younghusband. I am 51 years old, just barely older than this person here. Same maturity level, but I'm
same maturity level. Exactly.
30 years older.
When you texted me a minute ago and you said running late, poopy bum, I wasn't sure who you were referring to.
Could have been either one. It's a crap shoot, as they call it.
It sure is. How was your
Information, help me please. Give me California on the line. I left my baby on the western far horizon, with a tear in her eye and a half-finished bottle of wine. I took a job when I wrote you that letter. You'd already made up your mind. All my words were written in vain. When I called you up that day, I was only calling up to say hello. But goodbye was the word that you'd been thinking about for days.
Song number 2. This one's brand new, so I'm probably gonna screw it up, but don't worry, everything's cool. This is called Brave New World. Oh, this brave new world is full of cowards and liars, Holocaust deniers, all second guesses, second amendments, but who'll defend the new defendants?
festival season? And that's a big thing for you because you are the owner, creator, operator, and woman in charge of the Red Ants Pants Festival, right?
This is correct. Yeah, Red Ants Pants Music Festival.
How many years have you been doing that?
So we are heading into our 11th summer, which is hard to believe that well over a decade has gone by of putting on these events. And it's we're in a town of about 900, and there's 2,000 folks in our county, lots of cows.
Yeah.
And we've had up to like 18,000 people at this little grassroots homegrown event that literally takes place on a working ranch in a cow pasture. So it's fun to see that it's come this far.
It's incredible.
My 29-week wonder, born after the 7th month, you had my heart wrapped up in your tiny fingers as they wrapped around my thumb. Tuesday morning, 1,000 balloons came floating around my room. Around my room. Little baby, it came so small and early, but not too soon.
My dear brother, for it's time for us to gather. God is getting mighty angry for the sinful things we've done. He gave us all this blessed land, and this I cannot understand. A weapon of destruction to destroy us, everyone. When that hell bomb falls, when that hell bomb falls, they'll be screaming, dying, praying when that hell bomb falls.
Down the block was Bedford Park. A lot of my friends went there. Wasn't nothing much, it could have been anywhere. It could have been anywhere. And I've had enough. Excuse me, I'm leaving. I just don't feel like being here anymore. Yes, I've had enough. Excuse me, I'm leaving. I just don't feel like being here anymore. Do you remember?
Whiskey Wednesday. William Prince here, greeting you from my good friend Ken Tizzard's house, originally hailing from the Treaty 1 territory. What a joy it is to be here with you all, and thank you, Ken, for having me. Appreciate you. This is a song called The Carney, I hope. One half of my two oldest friends took a job till the summer's end. A wonder show and a pop-up tent, kicking dust in every small town. And how to work in the end. Few hundred a week ain't that bad, my friend. Don't think he ever picked up a wrench in his whole damn life.
Set. And this is the stage. She's black right now because there's nobody here, but look at this theater. This is the empty Burt. It's just a gorgeous spot. But little backstage tour there for you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, George Thornley was here as well. Oh, look at that, Social D signed. Nice. Nana Biscuri. Anyways, and this is what we're doing tonight. The Burt Block Party.
A bit like a C- again, guys. I'm sorry.
Love back, and we've had a number of people tell us that the Saturday night concert, those 5 acts in particular, were some of the strongest we've ever had. Had one person who's come to every one since 1962 say Michael Franti was the best act we've had since Pete Seeger. So it was just a really, really wonderful weekend, and tons of other incredible performers from all over. But yeah, just really, really proud. I was really happy. We had over 33,000 people that came in person cumulatively, which was really great because the Board of Health wanted us to keep it under 35,000. So because we have to admit, COVID is still there. We had 2 performers we lost to COVID.
Those 3 long waiting words, I'm not strong enough to curse, but I can't push it aside like a jealous tide. It's for the best, but that's absurd, just like the rest. Oh, rest assured.
This is for you, Ken. We stood together at the edge of a flame with no sign of rain, walking together, stirring the dust that's been following us. Count on me, I'm counting on you to see it all through like old friends do. I trust every soul in this room as we stare at the ground and put our faith in the circle of boots. The lines on our faces are starting to show. Now we're taking it slow. The sidewalks have cracks that go straight through. Yeah, they're way worn too. Count on me, I'm counting on you.
Web3 internet, which is chatofalltrades.eth.
There you go. See, when you just mentioned another thing, Web3. So, Chad, we're going to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
A minute ago when I was talking to you, you said something about NFTs being able to change everything and give it to me. Okay, NFT, that stands for non-fungible token. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Non-fungible token. And fungible meaning changeable. So
Okay.
it's a token that cannot change. That is only what it is.
What is a token?
Well, token's just a word, right? So the real special sauce of what an NFT is basically, for right now, a lot of people think NFTs as pictures, right? It's JPEGs, but that's really just what's on top of it. The NFT is really the code underneath, right? And it's with that code that we can do so many different things. And the thing that it's the perpetuitiness of it that is changing the world. It's that once something is on the blockchain, anyone can see it and it can't be removed unless you remove it from the blockchain. So
Blockchain? Sorry, I'm gonna be needing to do this, but I need to understand it completely. And a lot of people that I talk to, I have a lot of musician friends, and we talk about this, and everybody's like, I don't know what these words mean.
Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home, and these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong.
Thank you very much. Ron Hynes, we love you down here, brother. We're going to take like 10 to 15 minutes to get ourselves dried off a little bit.
It's another one of those early mornings. I'm heading to the airport. It is Newfoundland time. We are so excited. I'm excited. Where am I supposed to look? The green dot. Oh, God, it's early. Okay, here we go. Just arranging with Jeff, young husband, to grab me a guitar for CBC tomorrow because I got it at 8:30 in the morning and I won't have a chance to grab one when I get
Oh,
there.
the club sandwich.
The healthy club. There you go.
Yeah, this is it. Home, St. John's, in the alleys. Hanging out. There's Neil. Hey, Neil. How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. How's yourself?
I'm doing good. A little drunk. You drunk?
I'm sorry?
Drunk?
No.
Yes, sir.
It's, as the Watchman says, seize the day, as it were.
That's-
Carpe diem or something to that effect.
I think it was something like that. Oh, everybody else is still sleeping. We are going to Classic Cafe over here to get some Toutons. Look at that, downtown St. John's, early in the morning. That's beautiful.
What have I done? Well, I'm running down a one-way track. They will catch me if I did drive back. Won't you give me all the speed I lack? 'Cause I'm running. He promised better futures for everyone who took the land and got behind it. He grew
closed. That's closed. What else is there? That's ridiculous. It's like the town is dead. Absolutely. Zachary's right across the Newfoundland Hotel. Oh my geez, Don's place. We got in there. The fucking fish cakes are delicious, and the Toutons, I don't know what they're doing, but they're some good. And that bowl of fish chowder was awesome. 4 to win.
But for the most part, you were doing Thornley, with Ian,
Yep.
and you're rocking on stage, and how the last 20 years you've transformed now more into country and folk type music.
It's been a weird transition, yeah. Well, actually, it hasn't really for me, because even in the Thornley days, at the end of the show, there'd be the big sort of rock and roll party at the front.
I'll start her comfortably at this age. Okay, here we go.
Now you're off and running, run just like you're scared, run just like a gray dog, run just like a deer. Something in the bushes staring at you, staring at your beatings, feeling like you do. One-way rider. I wrote this song about Campbellford, and I hope you can hear me out there. I know it's a loud Saturday night feeling, but I wrote this song about Campbellford years ago.
I just don't want to be free. Ooh, I was just in here thinking.
Some old friends on the street, they asked me how does a man.
Dark, and the moon is the only light you'll see. No, I won't
Look in the rain after a prairie fire.
At the highway patrol, there's a fool on the highway running out of control. It's fast like a heart of women. Sure won't leave a me.
Well, if you like to gamble, I tell you I'm your man. You win some, you lose some, it's all the same to me. The pleasure is to play, makes no difference what you say.